sunrise, March 26, 2021.
Well, here we are at the airport, getting ready to take off. I'm Matt.
And I'm Randy.
And we're going on a Florida plane ride, southwest. We are here, we have landed, we are at Avis, and we have just picked up a red 4-door Wrangler, and we are ready. And it has Missouri plates. Missouri plates. Walk around, no dents, no dings, Missouri plates, no mud tires. And it is four-wheel drive. So it took me a while to figure out how I'm supposed to start it. You push the brake, and then you hit the start button. It has a fob. Okay. Welcome to Las Vegas. We're not staying for very long. We have picked up this JL. Let me tell you, for you JL users, this drivers, this is different. First off, I didn't even know how to start it. It took me a while. You had to put your foot on the brake, and then you had to have the fob in the thing, and then you had to hold the button. Whew. I just like the old school thing, you know, where you stick the key in the ignition, turn it, and this thing turns off by itself. It's got that auto starter stop offer thing or whatever. But I'm trying to find my way out of the rental car pickup. Let's go. So you come out west, you got your car. Where's the first place that you're gonna go? Double animal style.
Double animal style? What do you like onions?
Yeah, everything, whatever. In Las Vegas, getting our food.
So here we go. Bumpy road on our way to Valley of Fire. I don't even know how to put down the window on this.
It's over here. Welcome to Florida Jeep Rides. We have flown out to Nevada, and we're going for a trail ride in a rental Jeep, stock. We have a guide with us. Ike is our guide.
Hi there.
And he's gonna take us for a ride. Tell me about where we're going.
Well, if you want to come over here, basically we're coming up this road here, and you can kind of see up there. When you get back behind, you'll be going up through a wash. There's some nice big boulders and stuff like that, and then we'll come into an area that's all red sandstone.
Wow.
Some purple sandstone, and then we'll come back out to the main access road and come back over, and over to that side is a bunch of purple rock, sandstone.
Purple rock. It's a nice windy day. It's dry out. This is registered as a 1 to 2 trail easy, but impassable when it's wet because it becomes flooded out. This is going to be our first video here today as we are in Nevada. From here we're going up into Utah, St. George, spending the night, having another burger probably at In-N-Out Burger because you can never get enough of that. But let's take a look at the trails.
Yeah.
This thing turns off when you hit the brakes and stop. It turns off. Keep in mind, we're in a stock Jeep with stock tires, driving through this. Comes the storm. So far, holding up well for a rental Jeep. One of the things out here is there's a lot of sharp rocks, and that's a concern. I don't want to pop a tire, but this is just off the beaten trail. We're at a place they call Bitter Springs. There are a lot of places that you could go that are a little more extreme in this. The trail itself is considered moderate, and the reason is because there's a lot of rocks. That's not the trail, although I do want to drive up it, but not going to do that. We're going to continue on down this way, and what we're doing is there's a trail that goes around the mountains and cuts through in several places wherever it's low, and right on the other side is the Valley of Fire. We're kind of paying attention to what that storm is doing over there, because that's bringing snow to any place where the elevation is at 6,000 feet. Right now, I don't even know what our elevation is. And guess who's driving? Keep going. to Las Vegas and you get yourself a couple of Jeeps with some friends, maybe a few of them, and you have some recovery gear that you have available, at least some kinetic ropes, you should be able to come ride this trail with no issues. And some of the things that you want to watch out for is the rocks in the middle of the road. You do not want to hit your differential on those because you could knock a hole in it. You also don't want to hit the tires because you could slice a tire, and there's a rock right there in the way. But this is beautiful and worthy of a Jeepcation.
I'm not sure.
Those right here, that's the cactus rose.
Cactus Rose.
I believe so.
Don't give it a hug.
No. Watch your nose when you go to sniff it. Small.
Careful where you walk.
The little round one?
Yeah. And this type of rock you said is fossilized coral?
I do believe so.
It's hard. It looks like somebody just spilt orange plastic all over everything.
Yeah.
That is a very cool looking cactus. The view around it is absolutely gorgeous.
Right. Well, I remember reading that they would take this and cut it in half, and the Indians would use it as they would
Trump.
smoke.
Oh, a pipe.
Yeah. They would use it like a pipe, yeah.
So now we're on the other side of those mountains. Traveled around through a pass in the middle of them, and we're now on the other side. So one of the cool things about exploring is finding stuff like this. Now we were kind of hustling down there. I know you noticed that because we were in a washout, and you see the clouds. The last place out here you want to be is in a long downward washout in a vehicle because you might get washed out. Let's check this out. It might just be a little house.
Might be. That is.
Yeah.
You are correct.
It looks like it's a man-made cutout cave and somebody's house
this?
was in here, but it's very cool. That's kind of why we Jeep. That's why we have off-road vehicles, to see and explore things.
Oh my.
I'm not going too far in there. Doesn't go back very far.
About maybe 15, 20 feet.
Yeah. Looks like brittle rock. We are really pretty much out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
I mean, if we were to break down, it would be miles and miles of walk. We wouldn't make it out at night. So if you're coming out here, I do recommend stop by the farm store and at least pick up a snatch strap or tow strap or something. Not really any place that we could have gotten stuck. It's dry right now. But having a tow strap, very helpful. There's a lot of manure out here. Is that from burros or?
There's burros and wild horses.
Wild horses and burros out here. And that little canyon that we just went through had fresh poo. Don't know which way they went, but awesome.
Always keep 2 to 3 days of supplies in the desert.
Yep.
Especially water, obviously.
Mountain Dew doesn't
water
work.
And believe it or not, blankets
Yeah.
are very important because it gets very cold at night.
And that's where you would spend the night if you got stuck out here.
Yes, it is.
And hopefully some cougar or something wouldn't decide that it wanted to come in here and stay warm. That was cool. Somebody cut a little cave in the side of the wall and reinforced it and made a little square room out here. Be a way to live off grid. Also, if you got stuck out here in the middle of the night, it would be a warm place to build a fire and spend the night, because the temperature does drop. But now we're heading back down the washout between these rocks and eventually the Valley of Fire. The desert is beautifully painted, and there is so much life out here, but a lot of it stays hidden during the day. If you came out at night with a light, you would see something very different out here, because that's when all the critters come out. Well, that's a real rare thing. Ike, you've been coming out here how long? Forever?
Well, probably, yeah.
And how often have you seen wild Mustangs out here?
40 years.
40 years?
Out here, I have never seen a Mustang. Not once.
Oh. Wow. Was that cool or what?
That was amazing. I've never been that close.
Yeah, and they just walk right up past us in the little foal, just bounding about. That's awesome. See, so if you want to see horses, follow the poo. That is our first trail ride on this Jeepcation out of Nevada. We rented the JL at the airport in Las Vegas, headed directly out to the trails, rode the Bitter Springs Trail. It's over 20 miles long. It took us about 3 or 4 hours. We made a few stops. We saw wild horses. Never in my life have I ever seen wild horses. Thanks for riding along. I'm Matt.
And I'm Randy.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. You've just been on an Off-Road Travels Jeep ride.
Look back behind us, see the petroglyphs on the wall?
Wow. Our petroglyphs. Thousands of years old. Images carved into the stone.